She is a beauty, isn't she, sir?
Lovely.
Only 12,000 miles on the clock. Genuinely, of course. Only one owner.
Chauffeur driven, I expect.
In theory. The previous owner had a chauffeur, but this, she's a joy to drive.
Must be. Could I,
Look her over. Of course, sir.
Thank you.
You see the upholstery?
Yeah, it's the smell I like.
Controls.
Probably enough. Sorry, sir. I was talking to myself. I mustn't indulge myself or waste your time. I've come about the 1967 sim car you got stored away in the back.
Come about?
Oh, the uniform. Sorry, sir. No, I've come about that car privately, quite privately. Wondered whether I could afford it.
You come round the back with me, sir. It'd be a good runabout. I can say that because there's nothing in it for us. Not our style, you see. But it was a good cash customer. We said we'd store it for him, get rid of it for him if we could. Nothing in it for us.
So I'll look then.
Please. At 250, it would be a bargain. He'll settle. The customer, I mean. He'll settle for 210.
So I can try it?
Gladly. I don't have to ask to see your license.
Oh, I've got one. I'm a Class 1 driver, qualified for motorway patrol.
And that's ton-up stuff. The Merc could do it.
Don't tempt me. I hope you don't tempt your customers.
For private circuits and autobahn driving is what I say. Though it's nice to have the power under the bonnet.
Oh, it is that. So I can try the runabout?
Of course. Mr.
Snow. Henry Snow, PC 207. Always give the number. Never know when somebody may need it. Anyway, I have a memory for numbers, like that Mercedes. SKM 123M.
So try the Simca. Keys are in it.
Ta.
Any trouble?
Just a punter. Fancies the Simca.
Wouldn't do if he could afford to drive off in this.
I could have stalled until tomorrow. Anyway, it's too pricey for anybody.
Substantial reduction in a day or two.
Sure. But we'll have to switch plates. That cop's got a sharp eye for numbers.
That's right, Bill. A red Simca, registration PPK 168E. Could look her over for me. Ta. Oh, I'll do you a favour sometime. Give me 3 days, I'll teach even that dachshund of yours only to bark at night.
Could you do that?
Teach your dog only to bark at night, certainly.
Expertise.
Oh, we've all got some, Sarge. I think Bill Timpson of traffic is as thick as a plank. But he certainly knows about motors.
You fancy that one, do you?
Well, I think the wife will. It's for her, really.
Present?
This month, we'll have been married 10 years.
You're going to give her a present every 10?
Well, she gets a present every year, some kind of present. This one is special.
At £210, plus insurance, plus tax, plus upkeep. It's munificent.
She's a good girl. I wish I could afford diamonds. Though she says she doesn't like them.
I never asked my wife.
Well, asking mine was a bit silly, I suppose, though I could always turn jewel thief.
You left it a bit late around here. Eh? That big exhibition at the Guildhall closes today.
Oh, forgotten. Mr. Hawkins will be relieved.
Aye. And not only for the sake of security. His wife now. She fancies diamonds, I'll bet.
Showers of diamonds.
You're down here now, not upstairs.
I was talking about the water glistening. Look, I'm not entirely obsessed. I mean, just because I fancy one...
2 pendants, 3 rings, 4 bracelets.
Stop it.
The trappings of privilege.
Oh, you can talk. What about privileged use of this pool, then?
One of the few perks of a responsible and deeply boring job. You realise they've got over £250,000 worth of precious stones on display upstairs? We've been helping to guard them for the past 10 days and nights. All in the line of duty. With the odd glass of sherry with the mayor thrown in. The right to splash around here after hours.
You know, we could have our own pool.
And you could get Father, dear Father, to buy you at least one of the choice pieces upstairs. I'm glad they're being carted away this afternoon.
Temptation.
Don't give way. There's a lot of tired security gorillas about, as well as some of us.
Time for one more dive.
You, love. The exhibition closes in half an hour. Within an hour, the baubles will be away. I need to be there.
Well, I'll just take one more splash of privilege.
You are invited to the do that the exhibition organisers are holding at the Royal.
I am so privileged, yes, sir.
Cracking.
No, sir. But I'll be glad to see the back of this little lot. We've enough permanent, vulnerable spots to look after without this sort of visiting hazard.
Hazard.
Temptation. Where there's this kind of loot, there are always villains.
And where there are villains, there should be jacks good enough to knock them off. You sound jaded.
Sorry, sir. I've been taking a bit of a bashing lately. A high-grade robbery on our patch is something I can do without.
Have you any premonitions?
No, thank heavens.
I wonder if anybody else has. Sergeant!
Sir?
Sir. Everything going smoothly?
Looks like, sir. Everything pretty well packed up.
And your, antennae?
I don't sniff anything, sir.
Then cheer up, Mr. Watt. Sir Henry.
I'm a bit depressive. The chief's a bit manic. You got caught in the cross current.
I'm a tolerable swimmer, sir.
What the hell do you think you're... Oh, it's, Mrs Hawkins, isn't it?
That's right, Mr. Arnold. I just came in to share my husband's privileges. I hope you don't mind.
No, I only looked in to lock up, check the filter, save a bit on the heating, you know.
Well, won't take me a minute to change.
Oh, well, if you wouldn't mind hurrying just a bit. It's not me, you understand, but, well, with all the guilt upstairs and on its way out, your husband's men, they want to check all the doors, that sort of thing.
I'll rush.
See somebody off. That cop's wife. In there.
I was as quick as I could. I look a mess at the reception.
Oh, you won't, Mrs Hawkins. Well, you don't.
Thank you very kindly.
But I would like to lock up now.
Of course. And from what I remember of what my husband told me, I'd better rush. Otherwise, I shall never get out.
Well, they said they'd be very strict.
So, I'm off.
Oh, hello, miss.
Hello. Can you grant me safe passage out?
Be glad to in just a minute. Nobody else?
No, sir, I'm just going to clear up.
Right. If you're ready.
Mr. Hawkins did tell me you might still be here.
Oh, she gave me a right shock.
I've seen her about. Wouldn't mind shocking her. Anyway, she made a useful diversion.
Yeah, that Bobby, the one that was here looking, he's a bit slack anyway.
Good. So let's be having you. Ready?
So we're all set, sir.
Multum in parvo.
You what?
Much in little, sir. All that value in two not very big cases.
Quite a wait, though.
What are we waiting for now?
Hawkins, here. Where's the van?
PC Dodds here. Van last reported in Market Street, sir. On schedule. Should be rounding our corner any second now, sir.
Here she comes now, sir.
Right. Check his credentials, then call me.
Ready for you now?
2 metal boxes, numbered and padlocked. I'll have a signature on this receipt, please.
My signature, sir. Ready?
Just a minute. Waiting for a check.
Fine. PC Dodds to Mr. Hawkins.
Yes?
Driver's credentials checked, sir.
Thank you. On our way. All right, Sergeant.
Departure at 1400 hours, agreed?
Spot on.
I'll report in. Echo 7 reporting departure at 1400 hours.
Okie dokie, Echo 7E. Message understood.
He's a cowboy.
Well away.
I'm relieved, too. Your gloom must be infectious. Doesn't it need an escort?
Oh, it's getting one, sir. For the 2 miles to our limits.
And then?
Well, then it's only 4 miles to the security HQ, and they're in constant radio contact.
Somebody just walking over my grave. Come on, let's get to that farewell Jules reception and drown our unnatural doubts.
Oh, you've got me going now, sir. I'll make sure that security lot reports safe arrival.
Echo 7 reporting departure of Thamesford escort at 1411 hours. I'm on the Pembury Road.
Okie dokie, Echo 7E. We're waiting for you.
He's seized up.
Pull up!
What?
Pull up! Right, let's go! I'll pop him out first.
lost again. Car Echo 7, where are you?
How long before the balloon goes up?
At least 3-4 minutes.
And they still have to find the guards.
That's up to Arnold.
And I've got at least 14 minutes. Hey, it is best to use the bars.
Last place they'll dream of looking.
Kingley security van Echo 7 lost on the Kingley to Penbury Road. Controlled vehicle searching. All mobiles keep alert. Police informed.
What? Pull out all the stops and find that van!
My God! Come on. All right. Easy. All right, save your breath, come on. Easy, come on. Save your breath.
Sir, I don't propose to waste breath or time on recriminations, regrets, or unheeded forebodings. Just give me an outline of the situation as we see it now.
The how and where are fairly clear, sir.
So's the why. 250,000 in precious stones and metals, and no piece so vastly conspicuous that it can't fairly easily be changed, reset, or broken down without losing too much in price.
You are sure of that?
Sir, Thamesford is not Manhattan or Mayfair. There were 6 highly individual and very valuable pieces. But they're safe. The jeweler took them away himself without an escort. And I'm glad. They're the only ones my Jean fancied.
So, go back to your where and how.
With your permission, sir, not forgetting when.
Thank you, sir. The security van pulled away from the Guildhall at 1400 hours, with the 2 cases containing the valuables, a driver whose credentials were checked, and 2 security guards whose credentials were not checked.
Because?
Because it didn't occur to me, sir.
Yes.
They were the only remaining security guards. Between 1330 hours and 1400 hours, those genuine guards were attacked. It was sudden, and they did not see their assailants.
But we must assume, that they were the 2 phony guards who somehow infiltrated the building.
And then?
The real guards were dragged towards the swimming pool, trussed up and gagged and left there. They were released at 1432 hours by the pool superintendent, Jack Arnold.
Who made a 999 call to us.
Not to call an ambulance?
I think we summoned the ambulance.
Check that, please.
The van last made radio contact with its base at 1411, 2 minutes after our escort had left it.
Yes, but what happened to the driver?
He's not entirely clear, sir. He's not quite certain, but he says one of the guards switched off his engine before he hit him.
Can he describe either guard?
Just like any 2 of our blokes, he said, sir. With these crash helmets and visors, they do look a lot alike.
Is the driver hurt badly?
No. I'd say, the doctor has to confirm this, but I'd say he was hit very expertly. Where it would hurt, where it would put him out without really damaging him.
Maybe. He was still out when the security firm's control car located the van.
They got there first?
Sir, they got to East Sussex Constabulary's territory first, where the van was attacked.
Oh, you're not making public relations statements now, Mr. Wattenhope. You're not telling me that our patrols on alert are bothered about a theoretical boundary. Well, are you?
No, sir. They didn't believe, as I didn't imagine, that the van itself was held up, well, From inside.
Then let's save carefulness for public statements. Having to pursue you for facts is wasting my time. The Chief of East Sussex and I have agreed that this is a Thamesford inquiry. We have checked the driver, apart from his credentials with the firm.
We're double-checking, sir. First time he was clean.
Sir, 2 phony guards.
And 1 line you suggested, sir.
What line?
Sir, gentlemen, without flannel, this robbery is down to me. This security operation was mine right until the escort left the van.
So?
So what bothers me most is how the real guards were attacked and switched, like, right under my very nose.
I'm still saying so.
We, personnel of No. 1 Task Force, checked the Guildhall after the public had left.
And the check was not thorough enough. But I'm still waiting to hear what great light I'm supposed to have shed. And so I'm sure as Mr. Watt.
No, sir, I think I've got it too. With your permission, Harry.
So,
Mr. Hawkins is being too modest, sir. What he's done is to link something that he said with something that you said. 1 + 1, this time, could make 3.
Do you want me to go home?
To put it bluntly, sir, no. I'm short on flashes of illumination tonight, and you might have more.
well, the real guards were hit expertly. The man who didn't call an ambulance for them is an expert in life-saving, as well as swimming. A man who would know how to hit without hurting.
And a man on the premises when the guards were attacked. Who could have done the attacking?
And attacked the driver?
He was hit expertly as well. I'm glad you didn't go home, sir. I'm not sure I'd have made that jump at all, let alone so fast.
You think it's likely?
Sir, we can at least see if it's possible.
Then I'll go home. I like making my exit in a cloud of glory. Keep me informed.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, save it, Harry. I'll be happier when we're reading reports instead of swapping theories. Do we know where that swimming champion is now?
I'll check, sir.
Oh, do that. And let me have his statement anyway. And whoever took it from him, if he's still around.
Right.
Oh, sorry, sir. I should have knocked, but Mr. Hawkins sounded in a bit of a hurry, sir. I was caught at the door, sir.
I was not caught in the act of being a jewel thief.
Never occurred to me, sir, but that is a beauty.
Yeah.
Could I?
I'll be my guest. Matured, fully paid up insurance policy I paid for that.
And likely a bit more even, sir. Sorry, sir, but I priced this at the exhibition too, so way above my head.
Well, I'm older than you.
Yes, sir, and then there's the rank.
Which you should be doing something about getting. We've got an anniversary coming up. 5 years of married bliss.
I priced that because we, the wife and me, were just coming up to 10, sir.
What did you settle for? To mark the occasion, I mean.
Oh, car's a bit of a banger, but, well, she'll like it.
We'd all like to do better. So what brought you back? Come in, please. We've been having a bit of a matrimonial chat. Is that Arnold's statement?
Yes, sir. You've got the man who took it.
Sit down, a pair of you. Let's have a bit of hush.
Mr. Watt's office. Hawkins speaking. No. I'll call you back later, dear.
Is that the missus?
Hang on a minute. Yes.
Could she come down here? Oh, she's a shrewd lass. Seemingly, she's seen Arnold.
Damn, of course. Mr. Watt would like to see you. Where are you? Yes, officially.
And Mr. Watt would like to see you officially as well as... But your husband's listening. I agree. That would be fine. Harry, The pool, again according to this, was checked by Nesbitt. Get hold of him and see how much he can tell you before you give him his rocket. And don't you stir. If our half-baked theory is right, that young bobby will deserve a rocket. Get on with it. I promise only to take proper care of your wife.
Sir.
So, what was your view of Arnold?
Sure, I got one, sir. Seems straightforward enough.
Did you push him at all?
Push him, sir? No.
Well, he's very detailed, meticulous.
Oh, I knew his timings.
Very precisely.
Well, honest, sir, I hadn't noticed.
I have. So look again.
Oh, you're right, sir. I suppose I just thought it nice to get a bit of precision for a change. I took statements from 3 of the security guards we eventually located. They were clueless.
But not Mr. Arnold. Think now, and don't let my doubts and certainties influence you. How did Arnold strike you?
Bit of a cold fish, maybe. Could be a hard man.
He'd need to be cool.
Lifeguards are the ones who go around saying don't panic.
I wonder if he could be made to.
You haven't confided in me, sir. Your theory, I mean.
It's likely half-baked, as I said.
Until it's solid, then, sir, could I pick up a word I used?
Go ahead.
Well, the driver of the van, sir, did he panic?
Well, I don't think so. The guard up front switched off his engine and hit him.
He didn't say, he hasn't said anything about any other vehicles being in the vicinity, either ahead of him or behind him?
No, he hasn't been questioned closely. He's still in shock.
Oh, I see, sir.
Being critical?
Never, sir.
You mean not out loud?
Well, if you like, sir.
Come along, Constable. What particular things that we should have done and left undone have you in mind?
There's been a public appeal for witnesses. When they start coming forward, I think they should be pressed a bit, not so much about what they saw of the van, but what other vehicles they saw. The getaway vehicle must have been somewhere on the road.
I'll see that happens.
Thank you, sir. It's the driver, too, sir. Security drivers, they're trained to look out for cars they think are taking them, or maybe preparing to halt suddenly ahead of them.
Yeah?
I think I'd like to know what speed he was going to. There can't have been any car immediately behind him when his engine was switched off, unless it was the villain's car, alert enough to stop without collision.
I'll arrange that you get next crack at the driver.
Thank you, sir, and I'm sorry to sound off, sir. Just seem to have cars on my mind today.
As I've got jewels on my mind.
And the ladies?
Come in, please.
I was told to come straight up.
I'm very welcome to. Hang on, if you would.
You don't need protection.
You might. I wanted to talk to you about Arnold, a bloke in the swimming pool. PC Snow here took his statement.
But is he the one who... No. Harris taught me to answer more questions than I ask. So what can I tell you?
Oh, Snow here doesn't know my half-baked theory. It's your husband's as well. So let him ask sort of impartial questions.
You saw Mr. Arnold at the pool earlier in the day?
That's right. I was just out of the water when he unlocked the door and came in. He asked me to hurry because police security was very strict. So I went off to change in a rush.
And when you came back?
I was ready just when, his name Nesbitt, came to check. He sort of escorted me out.
And you left Mr. Arnold in the pool?
Well, on the edge. He didn't actually go in. He said he was just going to clear up and save a bit on the heating, I think.
Thank you, Mrs. Hawkins. Is there anything else, sir?
Not for your notes. But tell me, Sarah, as cop's wife to cop, how does Arnold strike you?
He doesn't much. Oh, he's always agreeable enough. I've seen one of his life-saving displays. Very efficient.
Nothing else?
Well, he's certainly very careful. Properly careful of his pool. I think he was a bit put out when he found me there. He doesn't like anyone to be there alone. He says he always locks the doors to stop people straying in and perhaps getting into difficulty in the water.
He's had 7 rescues in the 4 years he's been there.
Always locks the door.
Hey.
You've got it too?
I've certainly got a question.
Playing secrets.
Afraid so, Sarah.
You've been a great help, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Can I go home now?
I'll chase up your ever-loving husband.
And he'll be playing secrets too. No, thank you.
Well, an escort to the door you shall certainly have.
Thank you.
And one a lot more reliable than Nesbitt.
I'm not taking it anymore. I'm just not taking it. Not from you, not from anyone else.
Go home.
I'm sick of it. Fed up. Fed up right to here. All the yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Enough. I'm not taking any more.
Go home.
I perhaps don't look behind every door in the swimming baths. And I get a rollicking. I get a right rollicking. And it's you. You and your flashy wife who... Off!
Out of here before I...
Oh, come on, sir. Give me a break. Take a poke at me. Then I'll have you. By God, I'll have you right where I want you.
Call my bluff is not only a television parlor game, my lad. You've got 4 seconds to get out of here.
If I don't?
I'll lock that door and you'll very soon wish you were on the other side of it. I'm counting. Constable, I shall be reporting you for neglect of duty and insubordination. And it'll be a tough report. Off.
Come in.
Ah, I didn't think you'd be up, Mr. Tate.
Oh, I get restless in bed every morning.
But it's not every morning you're recovering from a nasty blow and a nasty shock.
I'm only a bit stiff.
Your memory's all right?
You think I'm concussed or something?
Well, you could be.
Well, I'm not. Sound as a bell. Very clear-headed.
Your record with the firm says that all right?
Well, it should. It should.
I'm interested, we're interested in what happened just before you were hit.
Well, I can't tell you much about what happened after, can I? I went out like a light.
So before, just before.
Well, you know where the van was. Quiet stretch of road.
Speed, and I'm not talking about traffic offences.
Well, I was doing between 42 and 44.
Reasonable.
Of course, I slowed down a bit when I saw that Merc in trouble, didn't I?
Did you?
Well, of course I did. It was ahead of me, doing about my speed, and it started to jump about a bit. Well, I've seen that sort of thing before. Then it started to slow down, its hazard light was flashing. I was just going to pull out the pass when I got clobbered.
So you looked in your mirror?
Of course. There was nothing behind.
And in front?
Was this Merc. The big saloon, dark.
Bluish, blackish?
Well, it could have been either. Certainly dark.
Registration number?
It was an M registration.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm sure about the M. I'm pretty sure about the 43, the number.
Yes?
And then, well, I'll not invent. I'm not sure. I think. I only think, mind, it was PEJ.
That's distinctive. You didn't, I sometimes do. You didn't think PEJ like being close to, Peg? You know what I mean?
Well, I said I'm not sure.
It looked like this. PEJ 43M.
I need my glasses for reading. Ooh. No, I'll hold it out. Hold on a minute. Try a T instead of the P. That's it. That is it. I'm 90% sure.
We'll check that.
As a Welshman, I'm perfectly well aware that that's a Welsh registration. Thank you. I know I'm calling you centrally based in Wales, too. Yeah, so stop the computer's hiccups. There's a good boy, and come through with some answers for me. And we're mein boysig. It's bad, you know, letting my command of the language of heaven get rusty.
Sounds gibberish to me.
So it should to all the heathen, you lesser breeds without the law.
Is your fellow member of the Chosen going to speed things up a bit, then?
I do believe so.
Do you believe we're going to crack this one, sir?
Oh, ye of little faith. Funny. Last night I was full of hope.
Me too, sir.
Then came the cold light of dawn.
Yeah. I got ticked off for being morose.
So did I. Salutary, do you think, to be on the receiving end sometimes?
If you're talking about what I think you are, sir, I get my nose rubbed in it at work as much as I rub other people's. I've no conscience about reporting Nesbitt.
I should hope not. A bloke can either accept discipline or not. Let's see how he faces up to the report and the deputy chief.
He might have enough guts to stand up to it.
Or to apologize.
I nearly took a swipe at him.
I reckon I would have. So, nostra culpa.
Come in.
I don't bear good tidings, sir.
That's the Welsh relish in disaster, that is. Let's be having you.
TEJ43M, sir. It's the registration number of a white Mini owned by a Baptist minister who lives in Llandysel, sir. A Welsh Baptist minister, sir, who was a crowned bard and a member of the Gorsedd.
This robbery could be a raid by the Welsh Mafia.
Sir, the Gorsedd is a gathering...
Oh, save the details. Not even with Welsh wizardry can a white Mini be transferred into a dark Mercedes.
Agreed, sir.
So, how about facing your fellow countryman at the licensing centre again?
He was very cooperative, sir. Quick, too.
Try him for a complete list of Mercedes with an M registration.
A complete list.
Well, shouldn't be too difficult. Or take too long. These are not commonplace vehicles.
Sir?
Morning, Mr. Snow.
Morning.
You decided to take this one instead of the runabout?
Don't know, wish I could.
We'll be knocking quite a bit off this one, you know. Perhaps as much as £300. Even for someone whose custom we wanted to keep.
Where would the likes of me get the 6,200 I'd still need?
Don't take the Simca and you've got over 200. Find another 2,000 and we'll arrange very generous HP terms.
I'm beginning to think you're serious.
A good salesman always is.
Yes, but a very good salesman wouldn't try the impossible. If I turned up at work in a motor like that, the whole force would think I'd gone bent. I'd have had to annul to try and run it.
Police officers should be paid more.
Here, here. But until they are, could you, indulge me again? Let me have a sit in her?
Tell you what, why don't you take it for a spin?
I wouldn't put myself in temptation or you to such trouble.
No trouble at all.
Just one sit-in will do me, or at most one switch on. Beautiful.
Sure you don't want to spin?
Quite sure, thanks. Save that treat for a customer with real potential. Though she should have a spin now and again.
True enough. She hasn't moved from there in a week.
Oh, well, I mustn't detain you. Here's my cheque for the Simca.
I'll get the logbook and your receipt.
I'll just carry on gawping.
There you are, Mr. Snow. I think you'll find everything in order. And I did fill the tank.
Oh, that's generous.
If, at any time, we can be of any service, shall we say of a mutual benefit, just let me know. You know, drop a hint.
Well, I'm not much of the hinting kind, but thanks again. Matter of interest, these vehicles ready for test driving, how much petrol do you keep in them?
Quarter of a tank. The big one's just above reserve.
I like collecting odd bits of information.
You never know when it might come in useful.
So let's get a consensus. We wait and watch, or we try confrontation. Your view, Sergeant?
Oh, we are watching, sir, but I don't think that's enough.
So you say confrontation. Harry?
I think we've got to go straight in.
Bang, crash, wallop. Have we got enough to risk that?
We've got too much not to risk it. They might sell that car.
And every minute it's there, it's on show, mind. Somebody could be polishing forensic evidence away.
That's the clincher, I think. So, Search warrants. Bruton's home, his partner Peter's home, Arnold's home, and the showroom.
Discreet, sir?
I don't know why, but I'm tempted to make a fuss. Not sirens, but a lot of screeching of brakes. Agreed?
For the car salesman, sir? Yes. Not for Arnold. Lifeguards don't panic.
How long does it take a penny to drop?
Sir?
What?
I'm going to reverse your approach, Bob. Discretion for the car salesman. Do it very cold, very icy. The drama's for the lifeguard. And I hope you'll see why.
What the hell?
Have your keys, Mr. Arnold.
Oh, you've got no right.
Your keys. Before we break the door down. Sharp on him.
Quiet, please! Quiet! I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the pool is closed. We want you to leave, please, quickly as you can.
Come along, please. Along to the end, would you?
Come along now, please. Come along. Thank you.
I'm Detective Chief Superintendent Watt. You going to tell us where the cases are? Or do we have to tear your watery palace apart?
How did you know?
The cases first. Handle them carefully. We may still need fingerprints.
How did you know?
You were too cool. You moved with skill, precision, and nerve. I reckon I paid you the tribute that your nerve warrants. The stuff left this building. You had the nerve to bring it right back. I've got to hand it to you.
It's when he pulls a stroke like this, I think I'll never match him.
Do you want me to rub it in?
Not especially, but do it anyway.
Do you know what he bought his wife at the exhibition? That gorgeous pendant. Well, it is their 5th anniversary. You've got 3 years in which to save up.
Find my prints on it.
That bloke Bruton dropped heavy hints about dropsy.
Yeah, he dropped some round me too. I'm pretending not to notice.
I did better than that.
Ah.
Always ready with apt quotations, I am. I said...
Let me guess.
Sir?
Sir?
Get thee behind me, Satan.